class called Intuitive Team, and I'll be representing Learning Team B with Cody Bailey and Larry Marshall. Now, what is this great game? It is called Do or Die, which is a special operations, military-based first-person shooter game. Now, what is a first-person shooter game? First-person shooter is exactly what it sounds like. It'll be a first-person perspective, and you get a gun and projectile in a warfare-based environment. Now, the setting for this game will be present day at multiple world sites, not to include the United States, Russia, Japan, and South America. The main character that you'll be playing will be the United States soldier. Now, what are some of the things you'll be doing in this game? What are some of the game types? You could do covert ops, sneak through missions, be a spy. You could do major warfare games like just all-out fighting between you, your online friends, and challenging opponents. And you also get to do tactical ops, which is objective-based games. The main audience we'll be looking for will be males of age 18 to 35. It'll have explicit content, so we'll be rating them for mature. There are multiple skill levels in this, so we'll be using the matchmaking rating, or NMR, in this game to have more fun. That if you want challenging opponents, and you keep winning, you get those challenging opponents. If you don't, you just want to have fun, you'll get people exactly like you. So there'll be very different skills in this game, so no one will be left out. You get to utilize this game against every different type of opponent, whether it be an online player, your friends, or challenging opponents. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. The first thing I wanted to focus on are our tools and resources that we will use throughout this process in making sure that we take full advantage of the design capabilities and the overall structure and architecture of the game. The first tool we'll definitely need is our CGI animation tools, along with conceptual models that will allow us to focus on art and making sure our design of characters are consistent throughout the game. Throughout live gameplay, we need to ensure that through this CGI animation we have a solid streamlined flow within the character lines, and making sure that everything is fully functional and consistent throughout. We really want to take advantage of the realism factor, something other games have struggled with, and it is our opportunity now to really focus on what we can build upon, creating that foundation and making something amazing for our customer. When we set out to look at the project scope, we wanted to really take the time to think about what our customer would want by taking a step back and analyzing each and every aspect of game development. That means digging in and looking at our scene and our gameplay, and looking at what's in the market to ensure that when we deploy, we stand above the rest as far as gameplay and realism. Throughout this time frame, which we will set at 2 years, we'll be able to fully capture that overall goal and create something amazing that I think your customers will love. Throughout this process, there will be funding required, and we are projecting that to be $5 million to cover the entire development and rollout of the video game. We look at each and every facet of cost analysis and really making sure that we take full advantage of current technology and expanding on features that other games and other marketing campaigns really don't touch on. We need to take full advantage of that, and I believe we can do that here. The other option we really want to analyze is, again, risk. I mean, that is definitely a pain point in any project strategy, and that's making sure that we have our order and timeline and it's functional, and we can make sure that through this we are updating each other, we are looping you guys in, we're making sure we're all over it, and you guys have a snapshot of where we're at any time. Through that, this is going to be more of thinking of from a software development standpoint, more of a agile methodology where we're trying to kind of push a full-on deployment each and every cycle of development, and that may be every month, every few weeks. We definitely want to take advantage of that time frame and building something amazing, and that allows us to take a step back and look at requirements that are changing and integrate them into the overall lifecycle process. Looking back, what we'll need to do is really focus on our overall goal with this game, and that's really hitting a market that no other game console or any kind of game provider could ever hit, and take full advantage of the realism factor, a lot of the first-person shooter gameplay, the multiplayer gameplay, and expand upon what we can do. We can accomplish a lot, and I think we can partner on making this happen. Looking back at cost, looking back at the timeline, it is a solid time frame. We can definitely work together on any kind of adjustments to that as necessary, but through our research, we felt very confident about the time frame and the budget, and we want to look forward to getting our team together and focusing on what we can do to really enhance this time and work as a team and collaborate on what we think could really make an impact through this process. And we definitely want to loop all of you in your organization to ensure that we take full advantage of any feedback that you guys have and incorporate that in our game. I know and I understand this is a new market for you, so we definitely want to provide that support along the way and communicate effectively to ensure all goals are met in this project. Thank you.